As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I am joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, and it's a Centers of Excellence, a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agri-Business and Disaster Management Studies. Extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, a very important topic by a very eminent person. The topic is Democratizing the Future of Farming, a global experience, not corporatization, democratization of the future of farming, a global experience. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agri-Business and Disaster Management Studies, and Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technologies, Studies and Applications, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome today's guest speaker to deliver a talk in the 51st edition of this national webinar series. Krishna Mishra, a global Ashoka fellow, founder and chairman, eKutir Rural Management Services, Bhuvaneshwar, state of Maharashtra, state of Odisha, India. For the benefits of the participants and the guest speaker, under this webinar series, the university has organized 50 webinars on the topic. So far, under this webinar series, the university has organized 50 webinars on the topics. Today is the 51st edition. The topics were the role of agricultural cooperative societies and e-governance, blockchain technology-based fishery value chain, a self-contained village, a felt need of the day, spices informatics network value chain, lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove, smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system, Mara mobile, Mara marketing, integrated mariculture, aquaponics and precision agriculture, MAPA, biofarms for income revolution, smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain, digital agri-tech and industry perspective, land resources information system in India, present and road ahead, weather decision technologies for increasing farm income, big data in smart farming, sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture, understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income, role of technologies in mitigating crop risk, how to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce, adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefit for farmers in rain-fed and coastal agro ecosystem, realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry, Octosol, organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health, closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity, artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection without pesticides, empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, role of mass media, smart poultry monitoring solutions, agrobiodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into the issues for India's agrarian economy. Manufacture and applications of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indications on improving farmers' income, lessons from Asia and Pacific region. Dairy Informatics Network Value Chain, a dairy tech startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network Value Chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-come farm income through fintech interventions. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmer income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil, harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer producer organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for many-fold increase in productivity and income. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer produce organizations. Open insurance ecosystem for agricultural producers. Risk management solutions to overcome repercussions on farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Agriculture Stack, AgStack, open source digital infrastructure for the agricultural ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience, urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agri-tech new horizon in Indian agriculture. Supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase, case studies from impoverished districts. Mobile-enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges, a case study from Daily Orders. John Deere's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions. Doubling the income of farmer through eco-agri revolution. Bayer's carbon farming initiative, post-production intervention, maximizing value for farmers. BAIF models of revival of traditional water management system to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture challenges and opportunities. Today is the 51st edition of this national webinar series, which will be addressed by Shri Krishna Mishra, a global Ashoka fellow and founder and chairman, eKutir Rural Management Services, Bhuvaneshwar, state of Odisha, India, on the very important topic, democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Dear participants, please note the keywords: democratization, future of farming, and global experience. As you know, agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agrarian country, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, Gram Pradhan Desh. A country of villages, more than 6.25 lakhs villages. He said it is Gram Pradhan Desh. The agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. It employs more than 50% of the India's workforce and contributes about almost 17 to 18% of its GDP. At present, agricultural livelihoods are being severely impacted world over as a result of anthropogenic global warming and climate change. India's labor-intensive and subsistence-based agriculture sector is particularly vulnerable to this development. Climate change has both direct and indirect effects on agriculture productivity. India's farming community comprises of about 14.5 crore operational holders. of which 85% of the operational holders are small and marginal size operational holdings category. Farmers need timely, location specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production, risk, and then market their produce to identify the market opportunities. Many national level programs such as Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, Stand Up India have faced operational difficulties for its impact at farm level and farmer level, that too at small and marginal farmers. I would like to quote the Honorable Prime Minister's Independence Day address on 15th August 2021. He said, I quote, "In the coming years, we will have to increase the collective power of small farmers of the country. We have to give them new facilities. They must become the country's pride. Chota Kisan, Bane Desh ki Shan. Small farmers become the pride of the nation." This is what our Honorable Prime Minister said in his Independence Day address on 15th August 2021. Reforms towards digitalization of agricultural systems. I would like to quote two important, significance. One is doubling farming income by 2022, a report 2018. Government of India, through its National Informatics Center (NIC), has prepared IT blueprint for agriculture sector through a national conference on informatics for sustainable agriculture development (ISDA) in May 1995, and also was instrumental in working out a scheme named Smart Village Scheme during 2002-2007 and 2007-2012 planning period. And the Government of India launched a National E-Governance Program in Agriculture, NEGPA, in 2005. From the reports of doubling farmers' income by 2022-2018, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 11, and Volume 12B of the report suggested reform measures for income rise through digitalization of farming sector. Volume 3 talks about post-production agricultural agri-logistic, maximizing gains for farmer. And Volume 4, post-production interventions, agriculture marketing. Volume 11, empowering the farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination. And Volume 12B talks about digital technology in agriculture. Volume 12B and Volume 11, I was associated as the group leader for these two subgroups to formulate draft recommendations. Agriculture logistic is the backbone of agribusiness, and agriculture marketing is the brain behind value realization. Volume 12B talks about the strategic use of digital technology in farming systems life cycle through 7 mission mode programs, which has been discussed in its chapter 10, which are digitalized agriculture, digital technology and innovation in agriculture, that is synergization of all the national level schemes at grassroots level. And I'm not sure whether the block level agriculture offices in the country and district level agriculture offices of the country know about various farmer welfare schemes in agricultural and food systems have been announced by the government of India and are being implemented without any dilution. Second one, this leads to smart integrated irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solutions. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agriculture commodities. And digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and agribusiness management to farmers. Sixth is digitalized integrated land and water management system, per drop more crop, and digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss. This is to see an integrated approach of farmer health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health, ecosystem, eco health. This is essential in view of the present situation in which India has been going through since 2020, that animal disease is the cause for the human disease. And it is also well established 85% of the disease which we get come from animal. So until unless we have an integrated approach of health management system at village level, it will be very difficult for control the diseases. And if we have a digitalized integrated health management system, that we call it as a health informatics network value chain. And if this is done, and this is a $1 trillion economy, and India should lead it. Doubling Farmers' Income Committee report in its volume 11, section 3.2.5 suggests the need for development of a network of cooperative societies, GoopNet, and also automation of each cooperative society to facilitate governance and operational efficiency in the cooperative sector. This is good for rural India. So 3 farm acts which were enacted during 2020 have become a game changer. The Farmer Producer Trade and Commerce Production and Facilitation Act 2020 and the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement and Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020 have become the game changer in India. And NABARD's Financial Inclusion Survey report, it is a very comprehensive report on Indian agriculture. One of the earlier speakers, Mr. Sanjay Vidyarthi, who talked in this webinar series, he quoted from this National NABARD Financial Inclusion Survey report. He said that pathetic technology adoption by Indian farmers. 5% of the farmers have tractors, 1.2% use drip irrigation, and 0.8% uses sprinkler irrigations. While 8% of the farmers received any kind of farming skill development training. 92% have not done any training whatsoever. This is also so much for Krishi Vigyan Kendras. Our farming practices are archaic in nature. 70% of the farmers borrow money from non-institutional lenders. And if you see the FAO report on India's productivity versus the best in the world, we are 2x to 10x worse off on yield per hectare than global best in class in every commodity we grow. These are the facts of Indian agriculture. Everything else is nice. If we fix above, we will fix Indian agriculture. The Atmanirbhar Bharat, the road ahead, it is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, of making India a self-reliant nation, rested on 5 I's: interned inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation, and based on 5 pillars: economy, quantum jump in economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, systems, the 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography, demand whereby the strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized to full capacity. Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, in its third tranche of this Abhiyan, has announced 1.5 lakh crore as a booster for agriculture sector and 1 lakh crore on agriculture cooperative societies, farmer produce organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructure. 10,000 crores for formalization of micro food enterprises and for following cluster-based farming approach. 20,000 crores for Prime Minister Matsya Sampada Yojana to pave way for additional fish production of 70 lakh tons over 5 years. 13,000 crores to achieve 100% vaccination of cattle, buffaloes, sheep, goats, and pigs. 15,000 crores for animal husbandry infrastructure. And 4,000 crores for promotion of herbal cultivation to cover 10 lakh hectare under herbal cultivation in 2 years, and 500 crores for beekeeping initiatives. Democratizing the future of farming, today's topic. Achieving Sustainable Development Goal 2, zero hunger, in a situation of rapid global population growth, requires a continued focus on food production, farming, not, achieving Sustainable Development Goal 2, zero hunger, in a situation of rapid global population growth requires a continued focus on food production. Farming not merely needs to sustainably produce nutritious diet, but should also provide livelihoods for farmers while retaining natural ecosystems and services. This is from the article written by Giller, Delaney, Silva, etc., on the title Future of Farming, Who Will Produce Our Food, which is published in Food Security magazine journal in 2021. Democratizing Our Food System, Food Sovereignty. Another article which I would like to quote. Democratizing our food system, food sovereignty, because agricultural system and food systems are totally linked. One has to see that. Our food and agriculture system has got two sides. On one side, there is farm consolidation, food waste, and land degradation. Increased land consolidation resulted in increased crop consolidation. Crop consolidation or reduced crop diversity defines monocropping practices that degrade soil health and contributes to climate change. On the other side, there is a potential for job creation, localized food system, and climate change adoption and mitigation. Localized agricultural production that promotes soil health has a strong links to human health and carbon sequestration, while also keeping money in the communities that need it. These are two sides of the same coin. Future of farming is digital, inclusive, smart. The key factors are withholding of growth of farmers' smallholders' income. This is from another article, and they say that the following are the key factors which are withholding the growth of smallholders' income. For the participants, let me read these key factors. Lack of smallholders' awareness of better crop choices. Lack of smallholder awareness of better crop choices and sustainable, high-yielding farming practices. One is that they are not aware of better crop choices, and second one is sustainable, high-yielding farming practices. Lack of access to high-yielding inputs, credits, and insurance markets. Confusion about the products that are currently in the market. Lack of trust in new solutions. Low literacy level and uneven access to digital communication technologies. Farmers need tools to farm, but they don't know what to buy. They need to buy goods, but they do not have access to farmer access profile, credit. They need to know what to grow that will fetch good prices, but the information type and delivery remains inhibitive. Democratizing innovations. Sharing participatory research for farmers by farmers. Around the world, farmers, scientists, researchers, NGOs are creating innovative, on-the-ground solutions for the problems they face each day. Water scarcity, resource depletion, land degradation, crop loss, and weather volatility. Many of these groundbreaking ideas have great potential to be replicated and scaled out across the globe. Democratizing innovation for farmers, by farmers, through sharing participatory research. Very important. Food Tank is excited to be collaborating with McKnight Foundation's Collaborative Crop Research Program, supported by the Externalities Working Group of Global Alliance for Future of Food during 2015 to highlight farmer-led solutions to protect natural resources, increase incomes, and improve livelihoods. eKutir, Democratizing the Future of Farming. This is from an article written by two authors from Loyola Institute for Business Administration. It was published in 2019, and Mr. Krishna Mishra is the founder chairman of this program, eKutir. It mentions poverty and hunger pose a complex social problem which requires a sustainable solution. Although many local and global organizations, governmental and non-governmental, public and private, have made genuine efforts down the centuries to alleviate the complex issue of poverty and hunger, it still remained a daunting challenge before the world economies. 60% of the global population depended on agriculture of their survival. In the agri-output supply chain side, the study found that the problem of market linkage among farmers was a major concern. Price fluctuated on man-made market conditions. Farmers were forced to sell their produce in the local market and also to the local buyer at throwaway prices. The problem of market linkages became still acute mainly because there were practically no storage facility, no packaging, and processing units available for the poor small farmer holders. Summarily, the problem of authentic and genuine agri inputs, the problem of market linkages, and the problem of pricing were the key concern that the farmer expected solutions. eKutir, founded by K.C. Mishra and Shubhankar Mishra in 2009, basically aimed at bridging the gap of sustainability and inclusiveness. eKutir as a social business model was a commercially viable, socially inclusive model in agriculture sector, which integrated the poor smallholder farmer not only on the demand side as clients and also as a customer, but also on the supply side as producers. So it is a model which shows that farmer as on the demand side and also farmer on the supply side. Artificial intelligence integrated data-driven and information and communication digital platform of eKutir was destined to be a great enabler, aggregator, and leveler of its different stakeholders, thereby bridging the gap between the people at the first mile and the last mile, and thereby democratizing the future of farming. Working with participatory information and communication technology enabled entrepreneurial, he called it as a PI business model, eKutir had been a great social business innovator. In 2018, the eKutir Global was merged with a large fair trade company, Fairtrasa, and relaunched as E&F Global. The strategic change eKutir brought in was to move from many to one integrated digital platform. This one integrated human digital solution was launched in the month of July 2018, rebranded as Bloom. This was seen as a new strategic move in pursuit of democratization of the future of farming. This is from a published article. From basic farming to productive farming, digitalization of agriculture for efficiency gain, it is necessary. In the agriculture value chain, agriculture value chain includes development and dissemination of plant and animal genetic material, input supply, farmer organization, farm protection, post-harvest handling, processing, provision of technologies of production and handling, grading criteria and facilities, cooling and packing technologies, for post-harvest local processing, industrial processing, storage, transport, finance, and feedback from markets. Agriculture services such as agriculture advisories, financial services, agriculture marketing with risk transfer are required for the entire agriculture commodity value system of the farmer. Economic clusters at village level for this purpose will strengthen agrarian business, facilitating income generation from the waste to the farmers and a huge employment opportunity at the bottom of pyramid. This is from my article, which is published as a chapter in the book Dr. Jebamale Vinanja Arachi in July 2021. That is in the book titled The Resilience of Indian Economy and the Great Reset. Battle for the Future of Farming. What do you need to know? It is another article which I would like to quote it for the participants to understand this topic very effectively. The World Economic Forum is currently supporting agriculture transition in 21 countries through its new vision for agriculture initiative. This initiative supports innovation ecosystem to re-engineer food system based on 12 transforming technologies. In this imagined future, next generation biotechnologies will re-engineer plants and animals. Precision farming will optimize use of water and pesticides. Global food system will rely on smart robots, blockchain, and the Internet of Things to manufacture synthetic foods for personalized nutrition. Technology innovation for food systems, emerging opportunities. With the right enabling actions, we can harness the power of innovation to help to transform global food systems. Emerging technologies driven by the fourth industrial revolution are disrupting many industries, bringing rapid and large-scale change. They include digital building blocks, includes big data, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain. New physical systems like autonomous vehicle, advanced robotics, additive manufacturing, advanced material and nanotechnologies, and advances in sciences in such as next generation biotechnologies and genomics and new energy technologies. Until now, the food and agriculture sectors have been slow to harness the power of these technologies, attracting significantly low level of investment and inspiring fewer technology startups than other sectors. Extracts from the National Conference organized by the Shobhit University and Assam on policy reforms to access skills for agrarian prosperity, held on 7th November 2019 in New Delhi. I would like to quote from the speech of today's guest speaker, Shri Krishna Mishra, in the valedictory session. It's very important. 4 points he talked about it. In his talk, he highlighted the lack of objectivity in farming. He highlighted the lack of objectivity in farming, which often happens in a hurry and ended up the farmer with less income. From his experience as a technocrat in NABARD and then as an entrepreneur, he analyzed and found the 4 major things in agriculture ecosystem as detailed below are missing. Engagement. Most of the finance is driven by non-business actors. This is the biggest contradiction in agricultural sector. There are huge resources, but sustainability is missing. The role of business actors is confined to 2% of profits in CSR. There is absolutely no supply chain to the last mile. 2/3 of the supply chain is left to informal sector. If we want to increase the farmer's income, the communication should not be passive, but it should be something inspirational. Therefore, engagement with the last mile needs to be worked on. Very important, thing in the agriculture ecosystem, engagement with the last mile connectivity. No convergence. Convergence is absolutely missing. Explained it by giving example of potato farmers who gave to reach out 6 different stakeholders to get services. Information technology, it is there and impacting the lives, but is still not extended to the agriculture sector. It has the power to simplify the complexity of sector, bring transparency. The last one is collaborations. We need to think from systems point of view and not fully from government's point of view. He highlighted his collaboration in 3 different continents. India, it's in Asia, Switzerland in Europe, and Brazil in South America. A systematic approach is required when it comes to collaboration. Further elaborated the need for influencing, reinforcing, and enriching the rural ecosystem, thereby ensuring economic development of the country. Regarding the risk mitigation, he was very optimistic and said that from his experience in Odisha and using IT to have a strong data to do analysis, the risk can be mitigated and the farmer's income could be more than doubled. And he further informed that his organization has joined as a knowledge partner with the Shobhit deemed university for promoting agricultural informatics discipline among rural youths in India and other developing countries. The courses are MTech, BTech, and BG Diploma in Agricultural Informatics. And the emerging agri startups can consider, providing digitalized services, providing information on to farmer, all through the farmer produce organization for impacting farming community. That includes crops, livestock, fisheries, inland and marine, agroforestry, and forestry very positively. And with this introduction, let us now turn to the address of Shri Krishna Mishra, a global Ashoka fellow, founder and chairman, eKutir Rural Management Services, Bhuvaneshwar, state of Odisha in India, on the topic Democratizing the Future of Farming, a Global Experience. Today's topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching over telecast through facebook.com Shobhit University India, youtube.com Shobhit University in, or linkedin.com/company/Shobhit-University for establishing agri-tech startups. More than 6,500 agri-tech startups, one per block, or even about 2.25 lakh agri-tech startups, one per each gram panchayat, through operationalization of digital technology in agriculture for efficiency gain. In this webinar, our guest speaker will deliberate on global experience on the topic through his association with the international venture titled Bloom, based at Geneva, and eKutir, a rural management service based at Bhuvaneshwar. Let me introduce the guest speaker to the participants. Profile of Shri Krishna Mishra. Shri Krishna Mishra is a social entrepreneur and innovator. He is the founder and chairman of eKutir. He has 34 years of leadership exposure in social entrepreneurship and bottom of pyramid market. He has a strong experience in rural banking, agriculture, microfinance, development, and technology services. He has been instrumental in driving excellence from his wide range of experience in the domain of agriculture, sanitation, and clean and affordable energy for the bottom-up private population in rural areas. eKutir is India's first B Corp certified company and provides digital technology solutions anchored through a network of trained micro-entrepreneurs to accelerate sustainable growth in the farming community. It has been working with smallholder farm and impacted 74,000 farmers and improved their livelihoods. Their human-centric model has generated more than 4,000 micro-entrepreneurs and presence in India, Cambodia, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Haiti. He is an alumnus of Delhi University, India, and certified in innovative organizational model of farmers, corporate leadership, and sustainable new generation cooperatives from Graduate Institute of Cooperative Leadership, University of Missouri, Columbia, and USA. His systematic approach to change the agri-food system has got him a good recognition across the globe. He is a global Ashoka fellow and widely recognized for his inclusive business models and social innovation. He has been inducted as Ashoka Change Makers Fellow in 2012. With this introduction, let me invite Shri Krishna Mishra to the National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in Agriculture, to talk on the topic, Democratizing the Future of Farming, a Global Experience. Over to you, Mishraj, for your talk.
Honorable Chancellor of Shobhit University, and congratulations to him to spearhead and organize a democratic platform of dissemination of knowledge amongst different stakeholders across the globe. And thanks, Professor Moni, in defining the proper context so that participants can connect with how we can collectively create an equitable farm to fork ecosystems, addressing all the socio-economic and environmental problems of that system. And when we are talking about democratization of future of farming, all of us we do agree that democratic principle or ethos are a powerful tool for a sustainable society. And there are certain principles, there are certain values which are critical for a democratic agri-food ecosystem where all stakeholders can coexist, where all stakeholders can enjoy food, where we do conserve for the future generations, and ultimately we create a healthy and green society. When we are talking about democratizations of any system or democratic system, it's a balanced system, it's a coexistence system, it's a collaborative system where the principles of sharing and empathy determines our behavior and interactions and make our policy based on those sound principles of democracy to make it sustainable and acceptable to everybody. Now, if you go to the ecosystem of agri-food, you'll find that what is that agri-food ecosystem? It is not an agriculture system. It is not a food system. It is one. But unfortunately, what has happened by default or by design, we have separated these two systems and make it as food system where consumer is the key driver and agriculture system where farmer is the key driver. And by design or default, these two key drivers of this whole ecosystem, balancing ecosystem, are not connected to each other. And that is where the system is not a sustainable system, it's not a robust system, and in the process, the empathy is lost because when you give an empathetic support system to the farmer, are you really empathetic towards the consumer? We need to come out with a balanced ecosystem. Here, I would like to give some of the buzzwords which are there in the ecosystem and which are not so much aligned with our democratic principles or ethos of the society. Agriculture by nature is something which gives life and livelihood to the whole society. And sharing is something which is inbuilt into the agriculture system. When you are talking about high yield, high income, that means anything high is always at the cost of something. It should be a balanced system, a sensitive ecosystem, because agriculture food are all sensitive items. We can't afford to survive a day if we do not consume anything. Our productivity will go down if you do not consume the right food. So the basic approach should be a balanced sharing ecosystem. Agri-food system, it should always be balanced. It should not be intensified. It is not high yielding. It should be just yielding. And I'll take the power of data in analyzing it. In one side, we are promoting intensification of agriculture. The other side, we have got millions of people dying in hunger.
Hello, Mr. Raji. Hello, we are not hearing your voice.
I think that our internet connection is little bit slow. Just wait for a few seconds. Sir, please call.
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm trying
Okay,
to.
sir.
Yeah, please. I, there is some internet issue. The guest speaker is got disconnected. He's trying to connect. Let us wait.
Yes, sir. Sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir.
I think our guest speaker is not able to get connected. And so what we'll do is that we will end the program, and we will have reschedule the program at a later date. Mr. Mishra, Mr. Chapraji, okay. So we'll end the program and we'll have the program scheduled at a later date. Dear participants, thank you very much for joining. And due to the technical glitch, our speaker is not in a position to connect from Bhuvaneshwar. We'll reschedule this program at a later date, and please do join. Good day. We will close the